race used to be a very peaceful one, running taco stands all over inhabitable planet. This unfortunately would come to an end as this metal sphere, decent caused many birds to go cuckoo crazy. When this happened, inhabitable planet super pick my guy council created a quarantine zone that encased every square inch of the land that had infected bird had stepped in. You unfortunately happen to be locked in this area as well. With no way to get out or pull anything in, can you survive BIRD.png? Inspired by vintage commercials from another realm, Donald became a master of cooking who could conjure the greatest dishes at light speed. With this, however, came expectations that his clone restaurant, Raldo Naldo's, simply could not meet without confusion and delay. This stressed Donald to the core, and he wouldn't have a smile on his face next time again for the next millennia. All of this changed, however, when he found that one spork. The shimmering hammer and nails in the hand of one unworthy. Wannabe's hammerhead crafted a mechanical beast. These tools can edit all matter in the mortal realm, so maybe Numus will turn into dust. Manuus was an attempt by Fatty to clone Numus, as a way of filling Numus's position with the judge in the council while he visited 480.6942133071738817. This unfortunately went extremely wrong. Instead of creating a version of Numus whose hate and foresight was amplified to the extreme, this monochromity had to be locked away, and only damaged Fatty's reputation further. Unspeakable horrors would be unleashed if they managed to escape. A being of code, and code only. Initially written to bring down the operations of the Fender's company, what Wanted Chirp's unknown creator didn't know was that they would just ravage more than a terraformer's sentience blocks. The program would continue spreading throughout various networks for ages, until everything the uncaring code knew was erased. What didn't change after being rediscovered and reverse engineered by the searchers, however, was their goal. Spread Wanted Chirp.box to every computer system in the universe. Preserve Wanted Chirp.box for all of eternity. Cause everything, whether good or evil in intention, a hard time. As a reverse judge of the super epic Mega Cancel, and a former leader of the Searchers, Numus is a worthy direct descendant of the ancient Yearside Second, only serving the greater good. It even came to a point where he was forced to step down from his position of the Searchers, as he would not allow any of the other members to partake in their shenanigans. Along with this, he was the only bearer of the laser warp chuck to ever keep it at his side for the entirety of his life in 480.21. Since then, he has been acting as an informant/advisor for the gatekeepers of 480.694213337173817. Owned by a great many, but lost by nearly all. The laser warp chuck only stayed with those it found worthy of its extreme power of teleportation. Fatty had it, but the laser chuck left him as his intentions were impure. Cocoa Bear had it, but left them because they didn't work hard enough. Not even quackers could keep it after they fulfilled their mission. The laser chuck now resides under the surface of Mars, sleeping and waiting for a worthy bearer. Spots, despite being an important council judge, is considered by many to be very silent, as she cannot verbally communicate in all of the languages that we do. However, the bearer of the Starbuster chuck, Spots is known more widely as the council's most heavily armed member, so much so that her presence strikes fear into the eyes of all who come near. For this very reason, the Balloon King and his troop trapped Spots and the chuck of the bears in a void of helium and strings alike, in hopes that she would never threaten their plans or those of other enemies ever again. On March 30th, 0 BCS, a mechanical sphere descended upon our lands as a giant anthropoid tower man. It promised technology beyond our wildest dreams, but would not grant even its mercy until an habitable planet had perfect synergy between creations of nature and inventions of man. The council unwisely said no, and a catastrophe which council informants had feared for ages had started. The technological error, whom all have dubbed Core Star, unleashed Pathon of electronic composure, causing citizens everywhere to fall under his control. With this, the first hostile bird had risen. As a former member of the Searchers, Baberdonk became more than just a corn farmer. His fascination with the solving mysteries which came from his membership led him to become an attorney and freelance investigator, jobs which he has continued at this very day. This days in the group stayed when he was rescued from a certain death that the group's leader at the time, that being Numis. Several of the group's members, particularly Bursa, researched Baberdonk's resulting condition extensively, as they were shocked and surprised that he was even able to survive in this state at all. As the current council advisor and bearer of the Winter Limited Chuck, Carbuncle uses his partner in crime to endure the coldest and most harsh of weather. Even with his absolutely radical kaboomer attitude, he would let no one borrow it unless the entirety of inhabitable planet was at stake. Along with this, he was best pals with Squidums, the current council informant, and together they made sure that every threat into the council and inhabitable planet's citizens is under control. Who am I? Who am I? I don't remember. Why are my limbs moving without my consent? I do not know. All I wish for is to be a free creature, to sing and dance. But will that day ever come? Will me and my vessel mates come to terms with our captor's wacky device chip thingy? Or will we ever break through? Will Pajaro come back for me like he said he would? Has he lied, or has he told the truth? Coco Bear is one of the council's many judges, but unlike his colleagues, he became the bearer, of the infamous Easter checkout chuck. He needn't put any strength into his jumps at all, as he could simply tap on a surface to be launched at very high speeds. He took advantage of this to make his life really easy, albeit a tiny bit destructive. Former council advisor and former bearer of the laser warp chuck, Fatty's heart broke when Ticks and Builders Club supposedly gone for good. Ever since their removals, he has attempted countless times to read Builders Club to Roblox. Oh, that's re-add. Why didn't you just make it 2 separate words? At any cost, whether standard or immoral, nothing he did, however, ever resulted in success. Nothing ever gave him something that wasn't already there, not even bringing Core Star back. One attempt to do so, getting him fired, would save him the slack. It's almost as if Builders Club was to be. And that's all of them, I think. But I don't know any other secret spooky man, so I don't know. Have fun getting the Chosen in the Pit of Trials. Seriously, you're going to hate your life. Seriously, like, the Pit of Trials sucks. Like, it took me 4 tries to do it. Ugh, it was so hard, guys. You want to hear me rave about how hard it was to get this. You want to hear me scream and slather myself in blood to get the... Yeah. No, guys. No. Let's get the rundown. Laser Chuck was easy. Target Chuck was easy. Ball Cap Chuck was easy. Snow Limited Chuck was easy. And finally, but not least, of course, Bunny Chuck was kind of hard. But nobody cares about that. I meant to end the video.